Well, it's quite appropriate and imperative to assess the journey of this country so far as it celebrates 57 years of political independence and also look at the challenges and prospects of development. With us here in the studio is Dr. Ologbenla Derin, an associate professor at the University of Lagos. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us on News Hour. Yeah. So at a time like this, where a large number of citizens would put their religion and ethnicity before or above a country, and the federal government maintaining that Nigeria's unity is non-negotiable, what are your thoughts?
Thank you very much. We are all worried and concerned that after 57 years of independence, we are still where we are. Basically, most Nigerians consider their ethnicity and their religion first before they consider Nigeria. We in the university system, lecturers and staff of various categories, feel that this is just too bad, really, because we have been teaching unity, nationalism, patriotism, but it seems to me that as soon as people go outside the classroom, the churches, the mosques, they start doing something else. It is very, very unfortunate that we are still in this situation. But the political class has been a major, I will say, promoter of divisionism and ethnicity, as long as we have the political class using divide and rule tactics in order to get to power and in order to stay in power. We will always have this challenge.
All right, but looking at the president's speech, that is the latest document that which we can work on now to analyze our progress and the challenges ahead. Did he in any way, you know, kind of bridge the gap? He acknowledged that there are agitations in the country at the moment,
yes,
but did he bridge the gap?
I listened to the speech this morning, and I'm very, very happy that he mentioned some of the things like those who are agitating did not know how the Civil War went and how destructive it was. People have to agitate for change, for the betterment of themselves and their, I will say, communities. But we must do this within reasonable measure. One, there must be peaceful agitation. Number two, there must also be peaceful response from the state, from the government. We believe, and when I say we, the intellectuals in this country believe that everything can be negotiated by dialogue. Nigeria is a country that belongs to all of us, and about 252 notable ethnic groups in Nigeria. And we cannot all think the same way, but majority of us think that Nigeria should be united and everybody must get, you know, fairness, justice, and equitable distribution of resources within this Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is lack of justice, lack of fairness, lack of equitable distribution of resources, and also positions that is causing agitation. Those who are agitating have a right to agitate, but we believe they should do it peacefully.
All right, and talking about reasonable measures, some analysts are criticizing the president for being too tough on IPOB, for instance, saying that there shouldn't be such a tough statement that Nigeria's unity is non-negotiable, or perhaps call them out and dialogue first before making such statements. What are your thoughts on how the president's approach should be to these people to still ensure that the country's democratic and status and federalism is still in place afterwards?
Thank you very much. The issue of response to IPOB is very, 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 very difficult to stomach. The government have a right to protect the integrity of the country and the sovereignty of the country. But at the same time, the IPOB group, they are like a baby crying for fairness and justice, for equitable distribution of resources. So I don't think we need military to be involved. Police, okay, but the military, no. Operation Python dance in the southeast was unnecessary because it only eat up the polity and create, you know, more tension than, you know, it actually doused. But thank God, I think the operation is over now, and they said they are going to move to other areas. But I think we are in a period of democracy where discussion, meetings, dialogue should take priority over use of force and the threat of the use of force. Whenever you involve the military, you are using force, and we think that's not democratic enough.
But that's on the other side now.
Yes.
The question that Blessing asked was also on, you know, the stance of the president, even as he also, you know, apportioned blame on the leaders from the southeast now in not advocating the need for Nigeria to remain one.
You see, there is a Chudi Ofodili just written a book on this Biafran saga. Among the Igbos today, there's a big division into those who want the Federal Republic of Nigeria to be, and they want to work within it, and those who want Biafra, secession, separation. But those who want to be in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they're about 75%. Those who want out, they're about just 25%. Therefore, the president should look at those 75% who want to be within the Republic of Nigeria and use them as a leverage to talk to the 25% that are agitating.
If you'd allow me quickly, Button, if going by what analysts and what you're saying now, that leniency from the presidents, would that not give even more voice to perhaps even more agitators growing in some other areas and for other concerns?
No, it won't. It won't be so.
How would that douse the tension?
It will not be so. We have been negotiating with the Niger Delta agitators for a long time now.
But the Niger Delta, they're not calling for secession.
No, no.
So that's
we dealt with MENT, you know, we negotiated, amnesty came through Yaradua, and so on and so forth. The Niger Delta Avengers have been destroying the pipelines and causing Nigerian pains economically, and we've been talking to them, and the thing has dialed down a little bit. So we need to also talk to the IPOB agitators that, look, come and see what is, you know, what is on the table and participate in what is going on in Nigeria. The question of opting out is very, very difficult to achieve, especially when the majority of the Igbos, especially those who are doing well, they are not in for the agitation. It's the people who are not doing well and also seeing there's no future for them in the Federal Republic that are actually doing the agitation. And then there's another element that is very important. There are Nigerians who are Igbo origin in the diaspora who are not satisfied with what is going on in Nigeria, and they are contributing funds to mobilize and to get people to do what they are doing. And in all honesty, as a patriotic Nigerian, I believe that togetherness we are strong. Divided we will be weak in the Committee of Nations. So to keep Nigeria one is, you know, I will not say it's something that is not negotiable. It's something that we should continue to talk and dialogue about, so that everybody will feel belong and participate in the Federal Republic.
Dr. Derin Ologbenla, thank you very much for speaking with us on TVC News. Of course, Dr. Ologbenla is of the Department of Political Science in the University of Lagos. Many thanks.
Thank you very much.